Timbers 360 is presented by Toyota. Welcome to this week's edition of Timbers 360. I'm your host, Jake Zivin. The Timbers hosted Western Conference foe LAFC last Saturday night at Providence Park, and the game had it all. It ended in a 3-3 draw. It was thrilling. Felipe Mora scored a brace, 2 goals. That broke the tie he was in with Sebastian Blanco. He's now all alone in 3rd place on the Timbers MLS scoring leaders chart. Santiago Moreno scored his first goal of the season. The Timbers' unbeaten streak extended to 6 games, and they remain in 4th place in the Western Conference. It was a fun one. Let's relive it and go to the highlights.
Going head-to-head, it is Paul and Timbers who get us on the way, attacking from right to left in the old green strip. Chara getting an immediate touch in the middle of midfield. Mosquera right in the midst of everything with LAFC over the last couple of seasons. The break's certainly amicable, but he wants to leave on a high. Denny Bwanga trying to make sure he does. He's in behind, scores! The flag does go up. Da Costa trying to play that one through. Felipe Mora goes down, penalty. Hugo Lloris with the contact. And Guido Gonzalez Jr. points to the spot.
Coming off that left-hand side, but the thing that we focus on with Felipe Mora is his movement in the box. His ability to get the timing right, when to attack space, when to come to live in the 18.
Mora against Hugo Lloris. Lloris got a hand to it, but it's in the corner.
And the form that he's in at the start of this season, especially in this building, just continues. A confident strike to open the scoring here at Providence Park.
They haven't done all season. Ordaz, Olivier Giroud. Olivier Giroud just trying to tease the ball in behind. Denny Bwanga. Denny Bwanga! Oh, flag goes up again. And this one looks just as close.
Now this one to me looked a little bit more clear that Denny Bwanga was offside, but I'll tell you.
Palencia almost caught out by Moreno. Mosquera, Anthony making a good run at the far post. Anthony goes for a ball off the post. So close to a second. Could play this one in behind. It's got beyond Long, and Anthony. Long has gone down. Anthony gets it back, plays it across. Moreno cuts back, scores.
As they're able to put Aaron Long in a 1v1 situation, he thinks that he's done just enough, but the gamble pays off from Anthony.
Marlon making the overlapping run now out wide. Olivier Giroud scores!
Just kisses it under the crossbar. James Pantomis, he's shell-shocked. He's frozen in goal.
Delgado. Denny Bwanga out wide, he finds Denny Bwanga. Denny Bwanga inside the area, tries to go for the line, cuts it back, it's in! David Martinez scores!
It's young David Martinez who gambles at the far post, who puts himself into a dangerous area. But the way that Denny Bwanga's had his freedom and success in this second half, winning it. You go down a goal, you go down 2 goals, and it's Denny Bwanga who's so influential.
Mosquera, Rodriguez!
Says, keep an eye at the bottom of your screen because Juan Mosquera is going to have just a small window of time here. Ryan Hollingshead slow getting pressure on the ball, but it's such good work.
Martinez, not just a good challenge. What about that for a ball from David Martinez? Denny Bwanga cuts inside, goes down. Referee taking a long look. Nothing doing. Denny Bwanga's still down, still appealing.
David Martinez is so good at change the point of attack, but the pace that Denny Bwanga runs at defenders at, the smallest little feint.
If you're a Paula fan, you may feel it's harsh, but when Chiral's over, something thrown from the fans, and he's telling the fans, stop it.
After review, there is a tripping offense committed by Portland number 21. Final decision, penalty.
Well into the final minute, Denny Bwanga to bring us level once again. Bwanga scores! We're over the 11, and that is the final whistle. A pulsating Saturday night game at Providence Park. A 6-goal thriller.
Coming up, we head out to Timbers training. We'll have a behind-the-scenes look at Saturday's match. We'll hear from Timbers General Manager Ned Grabavoy following the conclusion of the MLS transfer window, and get ready for this Sunday's match against the LA Galaxy. Timbers 360 is presented by Toyota. Portland Timbers forward Felipe Mora has achieved a new milestone in his time in green and gold. Following his brace against LAFC on Saturday, Mora has now scored 43 goals in MLS play for the Timbers. He surpasses Sebastian Blanco for third place on the club's list of all-time MLS scoring leaders. And with the brace, Mora was honored by MLS with a spot on the team of the match day for match day 9. The Portland Timbers have traded for midfielder Omir Fernandez from the Colorado Rapids. The 26-year-old veteran brings experience, versatility, and an attacking spark. He's played over 150 games, first with the New York Red Bulls, then with Colorado. Timbers General Manager Ned Grabavoy said Fernandez adds another experienced option, while head coach Phil Neville calls him a brilliant fit for this Portland Timbers attack. Fernandez is locked in through 2026 with a club option for 2027. Welcome to Portland, Omir Fernandez.
That's one of the things that I'm more excited about is the fan base and how packed it always is. That environment is difficult to play, let me tell you, but as an attacker, I'm very excited to be here. Obviously, I know Phil is a very attacking-minded person and somebody that prides himself in that, and that's what I'm excited for sure. I think it's maybe just as you imagine, very difficult to come into a locker room. Obviously they've built relationships. I think I'm an easygoing guy. I can get along with anybody, so I think that's a positive and something that hopefully I can gel well with the locker room part. I think the football will speak for itself. An attacking player that prides himself on his technical ability and creating chances, so I think that's something that I can see even in the first 2 days. Their attackers are very dangerous and a lot of quality here, so that's what I'm excited about, and hopefully I can contribute to that in many ways.
We are forever green gold. The Rose City, the Portland Timbers. This is Soccer City, USA.
Timbers 360 is presented by Toyota. Last Saturday night was a thrilling evening at Providence Park. The Timbers 3-3 draw against LAFC in front of a packed house. We went behind the scenes to give you a look at the excitement, but nothing beats being there in person. You can go to timbers.com/tickets to get your chance to be at Providence Park for upcoming home games.
The only thing I'm going to say is we said in the locker room, second place is on the fucking table, okay? If we want to be second place, we want to beat teams like this. And we're going to fucking do it because we're together. Every fucking week we're together, okay?
1, 2, 3, win!
He's got the overlapping run coming from Boreal. Going for Mora. Larice caught Mora's foot, did not get the ball. The Timbers will have their first penalty kick of 2025. Mora shoots and gets it by Larice. And Mora has secured his third goal of 2025. It's got beyond Long and Anthony. Long has gone down. Anthony gets it back, plays it across. Moreno comes back. Score!
First thing, discipline, stay on your feet, do not give yellow cards away. Next thing is concentration. Stay with runs, block passes, do the simple things really well. If you do that, we'll win the game. This is the game that I want to play in. This is the game that I want to come out of retirement to play in. To challenge yourself against the fucking best.
Ordaz at the edge of the box, and that one's well saved by Pantemis. Denny Bwanga, cold! Pantemis, yet again! Out wide. Scarrett
chance to serve in, will do so. Looking back post, Rodriguez wins the header. Mora's second header, and the Timbers, 1 minute after giving up the lead, have retaken it. Felipe Mora with a brace, and the Timbers are up 3-2.
And the Timbers Army have been treated to an electric attacking display. A team rebuilt by Phil Neville in the off-season, an attack reborn, and they're just as prolific.
You know, you're talking about the standard of football in the MLS. That's just probably a higher level game that you're playing. And what you've shown is that you can compete, you can handle that game. We've still got a long way to go in terms of the development of this team. But what you've proven is that you can play in a game like that, you can cause problems in a game like that. Now the next bit is the concentration, the discipline. Silly fouls, yellow cards, we're just going to cut them out. If we cut them out, we'll be a really good team. Yeah, because in the second half we had to suffer, and we suffered, but we had great performances from everybody.
Timbers 360 is presented by Toyota. This week marked the conclusion of the primary transfer window in Major League Soccer on Wednesday. Afterwards, we caught up with Portland Timbers general manager Ned Grabavoy to get his thoughts on the moves that were made and where the team stands at the end of the window.
Yeah, well, I go all the way back to the offseason where a bulk of those changes took place. Obviously I would just start first and foremost with probably our biggest decision, to obviously move on and ultimately trade Evander inside MLS, under the new initiative of the trade for player and for financial consideration. Obviously, as a part of that decision, we wanted to be very confident in bringing in a very, very good player to take up that spot, which we obviously did in bringing in David Da Costa, who was playing at a very high level in French League One. That really started for us a makeover of how we wanted to change, the way that the team looked and the way that the team, played as well. So for us, there was a big focus in a number of positions. Obviously, if you look at some of the different transactions we made a big investment in a young forward with Kevin Kelsey. Obviously, we've got a very good quality forward in Felipe Mora, but wanted to further strengthen the front line with a long-term addition as well. So there was a big investment that went into that position with the addition of Kevin. Obviously, we knew with the exit of Eric Williamson that we wanted to re-solidify the center midfield group. We wanted to bring in a player that had some experience, played at an international level. João Ortiz has joined us, and still will need a little bit of time to adapt, but has also shown some bright spots, early on for us as well, playing alongside, Diego Chara, David Ajala, and Christian Paredes. And then we really wanted to try, and do a number of things within the back part of the group. Jim Rafori was a solid addition for us at left back. We wanted to find a profile that added some physicality, some size to the group that would help us in some areas that we felt like we were a bit weak in last year. And then really for us as well, we wanted to monitor where we were at the central defender position. Finn Sermon is a player that we have a ton of belief in. He picked up an unfortunate injury early on in preseason. And so ultimately we weren't able to integrate him into the group right away. But having seen him the first 4, 5, 6 games of the season, led us to be more and more confident that he's really a player, even though he's still extremely young, that we could build around for the future. Then you look at some other additions that we made, like Ariel Lassiter, who provides good veteran presence and has played in this league for a long time. Ian Smith was a draft pick that we were high on as well, that added to a positional need for us within our group. Then obviously, as we've gotten closer to the close of the window, while we didn't feel that we were desperate to have to make any type of addition, I think the opportunity came along for Omir Fernandez, who's a player that we followed for a number of years and felt like really gave us an additional option in the attack and provides Phil, hopefully, the options that he needs, especially as we go into a really congested, next month and summer here in Major League Soccer.
Timbers 360 is presented by Toyota. The Portland Timbers are back on the road this weekend for the first of 2 straight away from Providence Park. So we came out to Timbers training on this gorgeous week where vibes remain high after the Timbers extended their unbeaten run to 6 straight games and they stay in 4th place in the Western Conference. Saturday night's match had it all. A thrilling 3-3 draw against LAFC in front of a packed Providence Park. A coach shown a red card. Posts were hit. Felipe Mora had a brace. He's on the team of the match day. And ultimately, the points were split. Now the Timbers will face the other team from Los Angeles, the Galaxy, though this one's on the road on Sunday night in Southern California. The Galaxy are the defending MLS Cup champions, but they've really struggled to start this season. They're one of 2 winless teams, and with just 3 points, they're in last place of all 30 teams in the Supporter Shield standings. It's the Timbers and the Galaxy Sunday night, 6 p.m. Watch it on MLS Season Pass. Thanks for watching Timbers 360, presented by Toyota.